Hello, 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 and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So this is the message slash reading that I did last night, and for some reason the audio was not working. I double checked my computer, everything was fine with my computer, so I'm not exactly sure what happened. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna go ahead and see what it is. Um, when I had first started, I had been talking about people's shadow sides, people taking accountability or getting to a place where they can start taking accountabilities for their own actions, for their own behavior, and for the things that they have said and done towards others that may have led to either a foundation or a connection relationship, whatever it is, to had ended. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to focus our attention and energy to the candle and light and see what it is exactly that wants to come up. Pretty much the same. Sorry, just trying to loosen up the sweater. There is there is someone from your past. I know the whole past thing coming up again can get a little annoying. I get it, but there is someone that did you wrong. Let's put it that way. Somebody that really hurt you. Somebody that really broke you. Not just because either a they stepped out of a relationship or because they walked away, but also the way that this person treated you. It's like whenever it was that you tried to kind of do something for yourself or you try to advance yourself or whenever it was that you were taking care of yourself or you were just really focused on what you were doing, this person always kind of found a way to kind of bring you down. This individual has a lot of hurt and has a lot of things within themselves that they have to heal, that they have to handle, that they have to deal with. And even though time and time again they have gotten clarity, they have gotten visions, they have gotten messages intuitively. They know that these are things that they have to go ahead and deal with in order to be able to move forward with their life in general. This person has not only hurt you, every person or every individual that this person connects to in a romantic way ends up not working, ends up in the same way. This person cannot commit to one individual because they themselves have not learned to love themselves. This person has addictions. Some of these addictions could be either drugs or it can be so far as like I am picking up an energy of like addiction, sorry. Someone that really needs to just sleep around, needs to be able to sleep with multiple people in order to feel that kind of like, if this is a guy, like that macho feeling, and if this is a woman, kind of like feeling like, oh, no man can tell me what to do type of energy. And this person does not see anything wrong with it. And to be honest with you, there are people that are in open relationships and that's perfectly fine, but when it comes to people that are supposedly choosing to be together and then this person goes ahead and steps out, then things tend not to work out. Now, there is an energy or a sense here of you wanting to help this person or you wanting to save this person. It is not up to you to save this person or to heal this person. Can you give this person advice? Yes. Can you keep this person in your life without getting romantically involved with them and try and help them that way? Yes. Do I see that happening? To be honest with you, a lot of you are going to have a hard time because this person is moving very quickly towards you. This person is going to tell you exactly what it is that you want to hear from them. And you will notice right away as they're coming forth, as they're coming towards you, there's going to be two separate scenarios. There's going to be a group of you where this person is coming in and they have changed. They have done the inner work. They had looked at their own shadow side. They had gone ahead and healed what it is that they have to heal and have overcome those addictions. That group of people, that person is coming in completely different from the way that they carry themselves, from the way that they speak, from the way that there is action behind their promises, actions behind their words. For those of you where this person is still in denial or this person is choosing not to go ahead and make the changes that they have to do within themselves to heal themselves and to release certain things, this person is coming in the same exact way. Very rushed, very demanding, very like trying to either control you by their words, or trying to guilt you into being in a relationship with them, because they're going to say, oh, I can't live without you, you're my you're my world, you're my life, you're my this, you're my that, I can't move on from you, and all of this other stuff. But the person is still yet in that codependency. Maybe it could be that for some of them, the group of people that they were hanging out with, or the people that they were drinking with, or the people that were sleeping around with, or whatever, have decided to work on themselves. And now this person doesn't have anybody to go to. So you're kind of like their safe net, if that makes any sense. And again, you will know based on how this person comes forward, moves towards you. Now, this is someone that, yes, when the two of you had initially met, this is somebody that both of you saw a future, both of you saw, a potential for a great life together, but neither of you were ready at the time. Whether it was age, whether it was finances, whether it was, letting other people get in the middle of the relationship, or having very strong attachment to your own mother, to your own father, or vice versa, kind of got in the way of this turning out to be what it was meant to be. Now, does that mean that moving forward, this person is never going to be in your life, or you're never going to be with this person? To be honest with you, that is something that only time is going to tell, just because of the simple fact that this person has free will just as you do. This person has to choose to admit where they were wrong, and so do you, because you cannot sit there and go ahead and blame just the other person. You have to go ahead and admit the things that you have done to yourself. All of that feeling that some of you are feeling of like shadows, or feeling like you're being watched, or feeling like, like you're being hunted, or like the war is out to get you and things like that. It is because your own shadow side is trying to reveal to you exactly what it is that you have done and what you have said to other people, and especially to this person. And maybe in the past, you were not ready to deal with those emotions. You were not ready to deal with taking accountability, with taking responsibility for your actions. And now the time is here for you to go ahead and do that. Now the question is, are you going to go ahead and choose you? Are you going to go ahead and accept every single part of yourself, and not just pretend to be good, and not just pretend to be nice, and not just pretend to be this, but know that there is a side of you that you have to kind of find a balance between the two. You have to find a balance between the good and evil. You have to find a balance between the light and the dark, whatever it is that you want to call it. So again, all of these emotions, all of these things are surfacing, all of these things are coming up, and you're just kind of like feeling like, what am I supposed to do? Feeling out of balance. How do I find a balance? Well, very simple. Connect to your intuition. Take a few minutes, meditate, dance, sing, go out for a walk, pray, whatever it is that you do to center yourself, whatever it is that you do to ground yourself, to keep yourself aligned, then that is what you're being asked at the moment to go ahead and do. Now, some of you are going to feel very strongly, that you can go ahead and dive into this person's world, meaning you can go ahead and dive into the world with them, with their addiction, and with their, regardless of what the addiction is, whether it's drugs, alcohol, sex, gambling, whatever it is, you have this urgency, or you have this feeling that you are to dive into that, and that way you're going to bring them out. Those of you that go ahead and choose that, just know that you're really putting yourself in a position to stay stuck with this person in that energy, in that space. Because the reason why so many of these individuals that you guys are dealing with have not overcome, or have had such a hard time, is because this is generations of things, and that have a complete hold over that person. And every time that they try to escape, or every time that they try to move forward, because of the failure to take accountability for their actions, because of the failure to go ahead and look at their own reflection, they keep on being dragged back. So if you're not at a place where you feel completely balanced, if you're not at a place where you feel completely aligned, and at a place where you can go ahead and tell the difference when something is yours or not, then you are being asked to be very careful with how you move forward with this person. Now, when I was doing this last night, the number 10 kept on coming up. Whether it was 10 weeks ago, 10 days ago, 10 months ago, 10 years ago, or you guys met on the 10th month, on the 10th year, whatever it was, there's something with the number 10 that is significant to a date, that you're being asked to remember. There is something that is repeating exactly in the same exact form. In this, like, there's really, the only variable that's probably changing is the other people that this person is involved with, but it is like the same exact pattern, and it is being allowed to come out that way so that you can see clearly and stop blinding yourself and stop lying to yourself and move on with your life. Because at the time where this person is at, if they come in exactly the same way that they have always come in, if they come in the same way, then you have been warned that you are getting yourself stuck in a cycle with this person all over again. All that hurt, all the humiliation, all the brokenness, all the pain, all the suffering, all those nights crying and pleading and crying out to God to please, like, allow you to release this person. All of those times that, people, friends of yours decided to stop talking to you because all you did was cry and talk about this person. All of the times that you lost a little bit of yourself, part of yourself, because you wanted to help this person, because you wanted to heal this person. Just know that if this person is coming back the same way and you so choose to go ahead and be their savior, just know that you are putting yourself, or you're setting yourself up to repeat the same cycle that you have worked so hard to get yourself out of. Now, again, I'm not here. I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is what I sense, what I feel, what I see. Now, does this person, that's the main question here, is does this person really want to change? Does this person want to let go of their ways? Yes. What is the problem then? The problem is that some of these individuals, whether male or female, feel that they have gone down too far a certain road. Let's say they're far too far into, like, the gambling. They have lost too much money, or they're too far into the drinking, they're too far into the drugs, whatever it is, and they have no hope or no faith of coming out of that. So what has to happen there is that is between them and God, between them and the universe, between them and source, whatever it is that they identify themselves. That is something that they have to go forth and go within themselves to get that faith, to get that hope back. Because you are not, how can I put it this way? By you moving on, by you living your life, by you pushing through and, achieving your goals, following your dreams and all of these things, yes, you are going to be an inspiration for this person, but you cannot be their hope. You cannot be their faith. They have to find that by themselves. And some of them are literally moving forward and still have certain connections with others, with exes and things like that, that they have not cut completely. That, whether it is that they're taking a break from a very specific person or people in general, because I do feel a lot of people around them that they're intimate with, or at least pursuing in a certain way. Maybe they're taking a break because of everything that's going on in the world, and now it's like all of a sudden, oh, I could just go hang out with so and so because he always takes me back, she always takes me back, and in essence just coming towards you until they figure out what is going to happen with the other situation. So in a way, they're looking at you as a waiting room versus looking at you as a person to walk with them or to be with them within this journey. And again, it has nothing to do with whether they love you or not. It is just this person is hurt, this person is broken, and this person has chosen over and over and over and over again not to go ahead and not to heal themselves, not to go ahead and not to take accountability. And you guys know I have dogs. There's 2 huge dogs. There's 9 puppies, 4 kids in the house. So if you hear noise, just be aware that that is what it is. Regardless of the time that I choose to make the videos, that's how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some clarifier. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with the people that intuitively through messages, through dreams, through through whatever it is, however it is that your ancestors, your guides, your angels connect to you, have warned you not to go ahead when this person comes forward, not to go ahead and not to restart this. Let's see why this is. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull out what your challenge is going to be as far as following your own intuition and following your own advice. What the advice is for you, and then what the outcome is going to be from that advice. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at those individuals where this person is coming in differently, where this person is putting action, is putting in the work, has communicated and has talked to you in regards to what they have learned and what they have gone through and how it is that they want to move forward with you. But first, we're going to start off with group 1, the 5 of Wands, the Dreamer of Pentacles, and the Spirit of Wands. So the challenge for you here is the 5 of Wands. So there's 2 people in this boat, and yes, I know I've read. This is actually a book that I've actually been reading, but again, we're gonna go based on what I see and what I feel. So they're fishing. There's one in the top of the thing, and he's holding like a stick or something, and then there's the other one that has actually caught the fish, and looks like a she. She's sitting down, she's holding the fish, and he's standing there kind of like overlooking it. And it's like, because you have so much love, because you have so much feelings for this person, you kind of want to sit down, or you kind of just want to go ahead and stay in a space where you are waiting for this person. Kind of stay in a space where you want this person to be ready before you go ahead and you move forward. Sorry guys, let me just adjust this a little. And the thing with that is like, how much longer are you willing to put your own life, your own happiness, your own joy, your own dreams, your own goals on hold for someone else? And, you know, it's very hard because, you know, if you, depending on who you talk to, they go based on their perspective. They go based on what they've experienced and what they have learned. And it's like, you know, if I really love them, I'm going to do everything. Yeah, you can help someone without having to keep yourself stuck. You can help someone without having to hurt yourself. You can hurt someone without allowing somebody to belittle you or put you down or to continually hurt you. So we have the 4 of Cups with the Page of Wands in the reverse. It's like you want that initial excitement, that initial commitment that the both of you had when you initially started. And it's like you haven't received that. And again, you see the 10 is still there. But that's not even the point. The point is that initial love, that initial excitement that you had with this person when you guys first started off, you haven't had that in a very long time. So you're holding on to a memory, you're holding on to a past, and failing to see and to recognize who this person is at the moment. Who have they chosen to become, and which path they have chosen to walk. Your advice is the Dreamer of Pentacles. And she, you know, there's a key, like she's in a keyhole, right? And there's a rooster, there's a crab with the moon, and she's just kind of there. And it's like, you know, this is the opportunity for you to really end this cycle. Which cycle? Does that, again, it does not mean that this person is not going to come back in the future. It does not mean that you two could not work through things in the future. It means the cycle of putting your life, putting yourself on hold, putting other people in front of you continuously, to the point where you feel like you don't even recognize yourself, to the point where you feel like you don't even know who you are, to the point where you feel like you have to work so hard just to even like yourself, because you allow so many people to walk over you, or you allow so many people to just take control over your life and dictate what it is that you're going to do with your life. Let me hold it for you guys so you guys can see the picture real good. So, you know, you're at the perfect time, the perfect place to go ahead and end that cycle. End that cycle of allowing so many people and everyone and everything outside of you, your circumstances, your environment or whatever, to determine your joy, to determine your happiness, and to determine how you're going to move forward and the things that you're going to choose to do with your life. 2 of Wands, 3 of Wands, and then the The Two of Swords. So right now, it is the moment to go ahead and to listen to yourself, to connect to yourself, to get that balance between your emotions, your thoughts, your soul, your spirit. Are you going, are you going from one extreme to the other when it comes to your emotions? Are, you happy? Are you joyful? Are you excited one minute and then the next you're like downright like crying and pouring and like, I hate the world. I hate myself and this and this and that. Right now, it is a time for you to find that balance within yourself. Right now is the time to focus on your alignment, to focus on yourself so that this cycle can end, so that you can go ahead and move forward and not have to question if it was the right choice. Now, we have the Spirit of Wands in the reverse. And, as first when it came out, I was like, wait. And then I was like, oh, I get it. This is about once you go ahead and you find that balance within yourself, once you go ahead and you're realigned, what is going to happen is you're no longer going to question yourself. You're no longer going to question your own intuition. And when messages are, when messages are brought forward, whether through dreams, through, readings, or however it is that they're coming to you, you are not going to question them. But instead, you're going to be walking in your own faith and not walking in what it is that other people are telling you to do or not to do. And the beauty in that is that is where true growth has occurred for you. And you're going to be able to realize that you're going to be able to recognize that, and it's going to be this feeling of just like, how can I put it? Like this excitement for life, this excitement for the next chapter, this excitement for the next cycle, and knowing that regardless of whatever it is that intuitively you have to do, you will do faithfully, because you know that what is ahead from following, your guides, your ancestors, your angels, whatever it is that you connect to, knowing that it is all for your best interest. And then we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. We have the Two of Cups in the upright, the Seven of Wands, and then the Nine of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Spirit of Wands. And again, it's like that self-worth, the self-value, the self-satisfaction, the like your identity of yourself is no longer going to come from people outside of you. It's no longer going to come from whether a person is chooses you over another, or chooses to be in your life, or chooses to love you, or chooses to tell you they love you, or chooses to tell you that you're pretty, or chooses to this or that or that. But instead, that your identity, yourself, your true self is going to come from the only person and the only thing that truly matters, which is you, which I think is beautiful. Alrighty, guys, let's go ahead and let's see for the other second group of you, those of you where this person is coming in and they're talking about what they learned. They're talking about like their struggles on how they overcame things, and they're actually putting actions behind their words. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see. Whew. The challenge, the advice, and then the outcome. So for the challenge, we're going to have the Ten of Cups. And to me, this is more of that feeling of, can I trust this person? There's going to be doubts in your head. You're going to it's not that you're closed off, and it's not that you're not willing to move forward, but you're taking the precautions and you're setting the boundaries until you are 100% sure that this person has truly learned their lessons, until you're 100% sure that this person has truly changed, and that this second chance or this opportunity that has presented itself again is something that you are to take a hold of, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and clarify the challenge. So we have the Two of Cups in the reverse with the Nine of Cups in the upright and then the Six of Pentacles. Emotionally, of course, when relationships end, when romantic connections end or whatever, we feel worthless. We feel like, what was I blind? Was I stupid? This and this and that. And we kind of, you had to go through a time of healing yourself, a time to really realize that everything wasn't your fault and that you weren't to blame for everything. So you are probably afraid of the balance or the alignment that you feel within yourself, and are probably kind of allowing that to guide how it is that you are going to move forward, whether or not you are willing to really give this a try or not. Then we have the Seven of Wands with the Seven of Swords and then the Five of Swords. So it's like you're open to the communication of what it is that they have to say. But again, with that Seven of Swords, I feel like you're really setting down your boundaries as to what it is that you're willing to invest in when it comes to this person. The advice, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And with that is like, at times when people from our past come back around, it can be hard to start a foundation, let's put it that way, that has been broken, a foundation where there has been cracked. But if this person is truly putting in the work and is really showing the effort, and it's not just their promises, like empty promises, and not just their intention, but they're actually taking those steps that are needed, then the possibility for this to grow into the beautiful relationship that it was supposed to be from the beginning is here. Now, there are, as you're setting your boundaries and as you're going ahead and moving forward, then you have to also be very careful not to bring the past when it comes to throwing things in the other person's face. Now, when we look at our past, we're looking at it from a place of reflection. So we have the King of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So just be very careful that when you are directing your attention to the past, if something from the past has to be brought up, you are bringing it up from a place of reflection as far as what it is that you learned or what it is to kind of get your point across, but not from a place of kind of trying to make this person feel guilty. And again, that is if you so choose to go ahead and move forward with this person. And then the outcome, we have the Spirit of Sword. And this is in the reverse. If you look at that card, I'll just show you the card upright. And it's like no longer are you going to I have a sense of like not jeopardizing your own happiness through the words that you speak out. Not how can I put it? So being able to communicate where there is a mutual understanding between the two of you. So finally getting to that place where you know that every relationship, every connection has issues, but able to work through the challenges that you guys are going to be facing. Not meaning that they're going to go back to their old ways, but in life, regardless of whether we choose to go back with somebody from our past or not, there's always going to be challenges. But there is this energy of being able to work through those challenges together versus working against each other during those challenges. Six of Swords. So we have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and then the Four of Swords. And it's like, literally like whatever it is that has to be cut off, whether the both of you have to go ahead and move away from certain people, or the both of you have to, whatever it is that you guys feel the need that you guys need to cut off, whether it's people, whether it's going out clubbing or doing this or doing that, whatever it is that needs to be cut off is going to be cut off. And communication between the two of you is going to be mutual as far as like agreeing on how it is that things will be moving forward, like not just at the moment but in the future. There's a lot of talk, a lot of planning, a lot of talk of like the future, a lot of, I feel like, what is it, wanting to, somebody wants to move like down south, somebody wants to have that kind of more quiet, more family orientated type of lifestyle. And there's going to be talk about how it is that the two of you are going to accomplish like making that move. Even though there's one of you, I don't know if it's you, that it's a little hesitant because most of your family is closer to you or whatever. But there's I feel like the other person wants to be either out of the state or out of the city, out of the area of where they're currently at, and really wants to just focus on building something with you. But again, guys, you yourself know where you stand when it comes to this. So go ahead and follow your own intuition when it comes to this message. As always, thank you for all the love and support, and I will see you guys back very soon. Bye. Sending everybody love, strength, and blessing.